Have you ever walked past the mirror, catch a glimpse and just stop? Something feels off. The dress you're wearing, it used to make you feel incredible. But now? Feels like it belongs to someone you used to be. It's not about the fabric or the trend. It's about the reflection not matching who you are today. That disconnect? It speaks volumes. You've grown. You've changed. And maybe it's time your style did too. Because you deserve to feel seen fully and truly. In this video, we're talking about 7 dress mistakes that could be making you look older than you feel. But don't worry. This isn't about rules or restrictions. It's about reflection. How your clothes reflect the woman you are now. Maybe your shape has changed. Maybe your mindset has too. That's okay. Style is about matching your energy today. We'll break down each mistake and offer simple ways to shift your wardrobe into something that feels more like you right now. Here's the real problem. It's not aging. It's not your body. It's the fact that some of us are still wearing dresses that belong to a version of ourselves from years ago. You've grown. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually. But your clothes? They might not have caught up. And when there's that disconnect, you feel it. Maybe not right away, but over time it builds. You look in the mirror and something's missing. That spark. That presence. This video is about fixing that. We're not tossing out everything. We're learning how to choose pieces that show the world who you are now, not who you were. Because when the outside lines up with the inside, that's where real confidence lives. And style becomes effortless. Let's start with something a lot of women don't even realize is happening. The short dress. You know the one. It used to be your go-to for dinners out, casual events, maybe even everyday errands when you wanted to feel a little flirty. And back then it worked. It made you feel light, fun, maybe even a little daring. But now, something about it feels off. Not because you can't wear a short dress. You absolutely can. But it's about how it fits your energy today. As we evolve, so does the way we carry ourselves. What once felt effortless might now feel exposed. And not in the empowering way. Short hemlines tend to pull the eye downward, breaking up the flow of your silhouette. They can make your legs the center of attention when what you really want is for people to see the whole, radiant, powerful you. And here's the thing. It's not just about modesty. It's about intention. Short dresses sometimes speak the wrong language. They say look at me when you're actually trying to say, I am here. There's a big difference. You walk into a room differently when your clothes feel like they match your stage of life, not cling to your past. Let's talk visuals. Imagine 2 women walking into a room. One is wearing a tailored midi dress, just below the knee, maybe with a soft fabric that catches the light as she moves. The other is in a dress that hits high above the thigh and keeps riding up when she sits. Who looks more grounded? Who feels more confident, more comfortable in her own skin? That's the power of choosing a length that works with you, not against you. A midi dress doesn't hide your body. It highlights it with grace. It gives your shape room to breathe. And if you still want a little sass, add a side slit. Just a whisper of movement. It keeps things interesting without trying too hard. And don't underestimate what longer lengths can do for styling. They give you room for more details. A fitted waist, a flowing hemline, a dramatic neckline. You're not losing options. You're gaining presence. And isn't that what you really want? So the next time you're standing in front of your closet, hand on that short dress you've worn 100 times, pause. Ask yourself, does this still reflect the woman I am right now? If the answer is no, it's okay to let it go. It served its purpose. And now, it's time to choose something that speaks for who you are today. Because dressing after 60 isn't about disappearing. It's about showing up, fully, confidently, and beautifully, with clothes that finally speak your language. Let's talk about something many of us don't notice until one day. We look in the mirror and wonder, why doesn't this feel like me anymore? Outdated dress styles. You know what I mean? That shift dress from 2 decades ago that's been hanging in the back of your closet. Or that high-neck floral you wore to every family event in the early 2000s. It used to feel right. Comfortable, familiar, but now, it feels off. It feels like it belongs to someone else. That's not because you've done anything wrong. It's because you've grown. Your life, your perspective, and your spirit have evolved. But sometimes our wardrobe doesn't catch up. And when that happens, the disconnect can weigh on us, even if we don't fully realize it. You might still be wearing that stiff, boxy cut because it's easy, or because it used to work. But deep down, it doesn't reflect the woman you've become. Outdated styles can do more harm than we think. They can make us feel invisible, even heavy, not because of how we look, but because they don't celebrate our shape, our energy, or our story. Take those old straight-cut dresses, for example. No shape, no flow, no life. They were made to fit everyone, which really means they flatter almost no one. Now imagine slipping into something that actually moves with you. A soft A-line dress that sways gently when you walk. A classic wrap dress that defines your waist without squeezing it. Or a modern design with just enough structure to give shape while still feeling effortless. These pieces tell the world, this is who I am now. They help you feel seen. Not just noticed, but truly seen. And you don't have to throw out everything. This isn't about starting over. It's about refreshing. Maybe it's swapping out just one dress this season. Maybe it's tailoring an old favorite so it fits better today. Sometimes the smallest change makes the biggest difference. Here's what I want you to remember. Fashion isn't about staying trendy. It's about staying true. What looked amazing on you at 40 might not feel the same at 65. That's okay. That's growth. That's wisdom. Choosing new styles that support who you are now is not giving up your past. It's honoring your journey. So the next time you put on a dress and feel a little off, trust that feeling. It's your inner voice saying, let's find something that fits where we are today. Listen to that voice. Because dressing with intention isn't just about style. It's self-respect. And you, my dear, deserve to be dressed in nothing less than that. And remember, you are not the same woman you were 20 years ago. You've gained experience, strength, compassion, and perspective. Why shouldn't your wardrobe reflect that richness? A modern silhouette can do more than update your look. It can help you reconnect with your power. You don't have to chase trends. You just have to wear what feels like home in your skin. Now let's talk about something that seems small but changes everything, your waist. Over the years, it's easy to fall into the habit of dressing in ways that hide our shape. Maybe we've told ourselves our waistline disappeared. Or maybe we just stopped trying to show it off because the styles in our closet don't seem to work anymore. But here's the truth. Your waist is still there. And it deserves to be honored. What often happens is we start reaching for shapeless, boxy dresses. They're easy, they feel safe, and they don't feel uncomfortable anywhere. But what we gain in comfort, we often lose in structure. Those loose dresses blur our natural lines, making us look heavier or even lost in fabric. It's like the dress is wearing us instead of us wearing the dress. And no, this isn't about squeezing into something tight or trying to look younger. This is about balance. A defined waist brings harmony to your entire silhouette. It doesn't have to be dramatic. Sometimes, a gentle cinch is all it takes. Think of a dress with a soft seam that gathers just slightly at the side, or a wrap dress that crosses over and hugs you gently in the middle. Even a thin belt, nothing flashy, can do wonders for restoring shape and confidence. Think of it like framing a picture. Without a frame, the image can get lost. But the right frame brings focus, presence, and intention. Your waist is the same. When it's acknowledged, your posture lifts, your energy shifts, and your outfit feels more like you. I've seen women in their 70s and 80s wear dresses with the subtlest waist detail, and suddenly they light up. It's not because they've changed. It's because the dress finally met them where they are. It celebrated their form instead of hiding it. Even more important, the waist definition tells a different story. It says, this is me today, and I'm proud of the body that's carried me through decades of life. That message is powerful. And it's the opposite of trying to disappear. So next time you try on a dress, ask yourself one question. Does this give my waist a moment? It doesn't have to be bold or dramatic. But if it adds that bit of structure, if it suggests shape instead of avoiding it, that's the one. That's the dress that's going to make you feel like yourself again. Your waist isn't a flaw to hide. It's a feature to honor. Give it the space it deserves, and you just might find that your whole style shifts in the most beautiful way. And here's one last thing. When you define your waist, even subtly, it often has a ripple effect. Your bust looks lifted. Your shoulders relax. Your hips feel more balanced. These aren't tricks. They're gentle acknowledgments of how the body moves, how it holds itself with pride. Fashion should support that, not fight it. Let's talk about something we often overlook when shopping for a dress: the print. At first glance, it feels harmless, maybe even cheerful. A floral here, a swirl there, a bright pop of color. But the truth is, the wrong print can change everything. It can age you, overwhelm you, or draw attention away from your face and the features you actually want to highlight. The problem isn't with prints in general. It's with prints that are too loud, too big, or just too much. Those oversized florals in washed-out colors? They might remind you of something sweet, like your grandma's favorite couch. But on a dress, they can make you look like you're stuck in the past. Prints that are too dense, ones with no breathing room, can feel busy and stressful. And when the eye doesn't know where to land, it never really sees you. Then there's the issue of color combinations. Just because a dress has a fun pattern doesn't mean it flatters your skin tone. Some shades can wash you out or make you look tired, even if you had a full night's sleep. And let's not forget about prints that fight with your accessories. If everything's shouting, nothing gets heard. But prints can also be your best friend when used right. Think delicate patterns that move with your shape, not against it. A small-scale floral that dances around the fabric, or a soft vertical stripe that draws the eye upward. These kinds of prints are gentle, intentional, and most importantly, they let you shine. A good print should frame you, not fight you. It should support your energy, not drain it. Think about how you want to feel when you walk into a room. Do you want to feel strong, graceful, grounded? Then choose a print that whispers those things, not one that tries to scream for attention. One helpful tip: stick to prints with no more than 2 main colors. Simplicity in pattern often leads to elegance. And remember, space in a design isn't wasted. It gives your eye a place to rest, and it gives you the spotlight back. Also, when you wear a bold print, go lighter on jewelry or extras. Let the dress do the talking, but only if it's saying something you want to say. So next time you're browsing the racks and your hand reaches for that dress with 100 colors and a million swirls, pause. Ask yourself, is this pattern helping me feel more like me? If the answer is no, hang it back up. Because the best print for you is the one that lets you walk into a room and feel completely, unapologetically seen. And here's something many people never consider. The right print can also reflect your story. A soft pattern with graceful movement can mirror your calm presence. A bold, structured motif might echo your confidence. Style, after all, isn't just about trends. It's about telling the world a little something about who you are without ever saying a word. Let's talk about something that might surprise you. Too many details on a dress. I get it. We've been told that sparkle means glamour, that lace means luxury, and that ruffles mean fun. But when a dress tries to do all three at once, lace, sequins, cutouts, layers, it's like trying to sing 3 different songs at the same time. It's just noise. You might think more detail equals more elegance, but the truth is, too much of anything can overwhelm. A dress overloaded with ruffles, embroidery, and shimmer can bury you under its design. It distracts from your natural beauty. It competes with you instead of complimenting you. Here's a little story. A client of mine once showed up to a dinner party in a dress she thought was just fabulous. It had everything: beading, fringe, lace, and a statement bow. She said everyone complimented her outfit, but no one looked her in the eye. She felt like she had worn a costume instead of an outfit. And that's exactly the point. When your dress is doing all the talking, no one is really hearing you. That's the difference. Your presence should be what lights up a room, not the rhinestones on your sleeves. So what's the alternative? Clean lines. Simple elegance. A dress with one thoughtful feature. A soft drape, a subtle pleat, a beautiful fabric that flows as you move. That one small touch can say far more than 1,000 sequins ever could. And it's not about being boring. It's about choosing pieces that allow your personality to breathe. A dress with a smooth neckline and a single detail, like a soft belt or a slit that shows just a hint of leg, can be incredibly powerful. It's about balance. Let's not forget comfort. Overly detailed dresses are not just visually heavy, they're physically uncomfortable. Scratchy lace, stiff bodices, tight seams, all things that pull your attention away from the moment you're living in. And you deserve to live fully, not feel distracted by your clothes. Think of a dress like a stage. You're the star. The outfit is the set. It should support your story, not steal the show. A good dress highlights your movement, your smile, and your ease. And that's what people remember, not what your hemline was made of. So next time you're tempted by a dress with too much going on, pause and ask yourself, is this dress shining or shouting? The answer can make all the difference between wearing a look and letting a look wear you. And here's something else. The most elegant women I've ever met all shared one thing: restraint. They knew how to say more by doing less. Their style wasn't about impressing anyone. It was about being in tune with themselves. That kind of quiet confidence? It's unforgettable. Let's talk about one of the quietest yet most impactful dress mistakes: wearing the wrong size. Now, I know this topic can feel personal. We all have a number in our heads, maybe the size we wore in our 30s or even our favorite pair of jeans from 5 years ago. But here's the truth. The size on a tag has nothing to do with your beauty, your worth, or your style. Too tight in your dress might pull at the seams, dig into your sides, and make you feel self-conscious. It forces you to constantly adjust, to tug and shift, instead of walking into a room with ease. Too loose and it can swallow you whole. You disappear inside it. And you, my dear, are not meant to disappear. You are meant to be seen. One client of mine, let's call her Linda, once told me she refused to go up a size, even though her dresses were starting to feel uncomfortable. She said, "I'm not that size." But after she tried on a dress that truly fit, pinching, no pulling, she couldn't stop smiling. She looked radiant. She stood taller. And she said, "I feel like me again." That's the power of a good fit. Wearing the right size is not giving up. It's showing up for yourself. When a dress fits well, it complements your natural shape without trying to change it. It hugs in the right places, drapes in the right way, and lets your confidence do the talking. Forget the number. Every brand cuts sizes differently anyway. Focus instead on how you feel in the dress. Can you breathe deeply? Can you move freely? Do you feel supported but not squeezed? That's what matters. And if the dress is close but not perfect, don't be afraid of a little tailoring. A nip at the waist, a hemline adjusted just so. These small changes can make a dress feel like it was made just for you. Stylists use this trick all the time. And the result? You feel elevated, empowered, and completely at home in your own skin. The right size doesn't just improve your appearance. It lifts your energy. You smile more. You stand taller. You move with freedom and grace. And people notice that. So, the next time you try something on, pause. Look past the number. Look in the mirror. Ask yourself, do I feel like me in this? Because you deserve clothes that meet you where you are today, not where you used to be. Let your dress be a celebration of the woman you've become. And here's one more thing. Wearing the right size tells the world, I respect myself enough to dress in a way that supports me, not squeezes me. That quiet decision speaks louder than any trend. That's elegance. That's wisdom. And that's style. Let's talk about one of the most overlooked but powerful parts of your dress, the neckline. It may seem like a small detail, just a simple curve or cut near your collarbone. But let me tell you, the neckline sets the tone. It frames your face. It leads the eye. It can lift your energy or weigh it down without saying a word. Too high, and it can feel tight, restrictive, and even a little dated. It shortens your neck and closes off your posture. You may feel like you're being swallowed by fabric, not supported by it. Too low, and you risk drawing attention away from your expression and into the wrong places. It might feel bold, but it doesn't always read as elegant. Now think about the V-neck. Not too deep, just enough to elongate the neck and bring softness to your shoulders. It gives the illusion of height and helps balance a fuller face or bust. Then there's the classic boat neckline. Straight across the collarbone. It gently widens the shoulders and adds grace to your frame. And let's not forget the wrap neckline. Feminine, timeless, and naturally flattering. It follows the curve of your body and speaks of quiet sophistication. One of my clients once said, I never thought about my neckline before, but now I see, it changes everything. She had been wearing high crew necks for years because they felt safe. But after trying a boat neck dress in a soft navy blue, she looked in the mirror and gasped. I look open, she said. I look alive. That's what the right neckline can do. And it's not just about the cut. It's about how you treat the skin around it. A bit of moisturizer, a dab of highlighter, a simple necklace. These little touches bring attention to your most expressive area. Your face. You don't need sparkle. You don't need a plunging neckline to be seen. You just need something that lets your natural elegance speak. Here's a tip. When choosing a dress, look in the mirror and focus on your upper chest and face. Does the neckline draw your eyes upward? Does it support your smile? Or does it feel heavy, off balance, or disconnected? Your neckline should mirror how you feel inside, open, calm, poised. So next time you're shopping or standing in front of your closet, remember this. A neckline is not just a detail. It's an invitation. It's your hello to the world. Let it be warm. Let it be strong. Let it reflect the woman you are today, radiant, present, and beautifully confident. And one last thing. The right neckline doesn't just change how others see you. It changes how you carry yourself. You lift your chin. Yuwok taller. You feel more in tune with the moment. That's not fashion. That's personal power. That's presence. So go ahead. Frame your face with intention. Because your presence deserves to be noticed and remembered. So here we are, my dear. We've walked through each of the 7 quiet dress mistakes that so many women unknowingly make. They're subtle, not loud. They don't scream, but they whisper. And those whispers can chip away at your confidence one hemline, one neckline, one outdated pattern at a time. But here's what matters most. None of it is permanent. Every single misstep can be turned around with just a little awareness, a little intention, and a whole lot of self-respect. Maybe today you noticed something new about the way you dress. Maybe you remembered a moment where you didn't quite feel like yourself in that old dress. That's okay. Because style isn't about being perfect. It's about being present. It's about making choices that match the woman you've become, not the one you used to be. You've earned the right to feel amazing in your clothes. Don't ever forget that. When it comes to style, the most powerful transformation often isn't found in a store. It happens when you realize that the way you dress can honor the woman you've become. Letting go of what no longer fits, physically or emotionally, isn't about loss. It's about liberation. It's a declaration that you deserve more than clothes that hide or silence you. When you dress with intention, you start to see yourself differently. You walk taller. You smile more easily. You begin to reconnect with a part of you that maybe got quiet over the years. And that reflection in the mirror? It starts to look like someone you not only recognize but respect. If this message spoke to you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend who deserves to feel seen, heard, and beautifully dressed for her season of life. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. This space is more than fashion. It's a celebration of who we are becoming. Join the conversation, leave a comment, and let's keep lifting each other one outfit and one story at a time.